Warning, this podcast contains grown-up subjects and big boy words. It is intended for adults only, but we won't tell on you if you don't tell our grandmas how many swears we did.
Welcome to Only Mostly Thread, where three creative professionals thread our way through the frightening forest of peculiar posts, attempt to answer curious questions, and dive deep into Reddit's reserves, all to bring something special to you. I'm your friendly neighborhood film guy and hairiest host, Devin Hoy.
I'm your metal musician and resident asshole, Lily Taylor.
I'm your rambling writer and, as always, hostess with the mostest anxiety, Sarah.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
It's been a whole week.
Technically 2 weeks.
Yeah, since you've heard a full episode from us.
Yeah, it's been so long I forgot to use my last name in the intro. And I forgot the intro until like 1 second before it was my turn to say it. So
I know, I was like, oh, we
What
do
am
this.
I?
What am I supposed to say?
Well, just judging by our intros and outros, I don't think anybody who's listening to our podcast has the understanding that we have what we're doing down pat.
No, that's totally fair.
I like ground level expectations. It just makes me feel safe. And
There's
then
nowhere
I
to go
can
but
get
up.
better and better. Exactly. I can only improve.
I have a special thing that I've been working on.
A thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a project that I'm thinking about inventing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we have 3 cats, so we have 4 litter boxes. We have to use a lot of air fresheners for the house to not be stinky. So I have to cycle them out a lot because they get used up quick. And that's a lot of time, a lot of effort getting down there and unplugging them, plugging them back in. So I was thinking I could make millions of dollars if I invent a psychic air freshener. Yeah, it's operated by the mind. If you think about it, it makes sense.
So, Alexa. That's all you're looking for.
No, if you think about it, it makes sense.
Oh, no.
These make me feel dumb. So, I feel like it shouldn't take me that long. And so when I finally get there, I'm pissed off. I don't really get it.
Make her heated.
I don't think it's that funny. It's just like a lot of reasons why there's not going to be laughter at the end.
Her rage is untethered and it knows no bounds.
Like my brain just doesn't work in the obvious joke realm, I don't think. It always goes right around it.
I mean, at one point I definitely forgot that you were telling a joke and I just thought that you were talking about poop. Like, I don't know.
At first, me
that I was
too.
switching tracks and becoming an inventor based on cat poop.
I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
and I was like, oh, well, we have cats, so maybe this could be a useful thing. And then I just got mad.
Thanks, Devin.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
You're
Devin.
welcome. Anytime. They'll never, ever stop.
We know. We know.
I do think that it's time to nut. Huh?
Yeah, let's nut.
Let's get the nut. By the way, should we review the scoreboard?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Let me give a 5-second. Everybody knows this explanation of nut real quick. When a man and a woman love each other very much, they listen to Only Mostly Thread, where they play a game that's called Nut, which is NUT, stands for Nuclear Unit Tussle, where we look at popular Ask Reddit threads and we try and guess what the top 10 answers will be, and then we give ourselves points. And the first person to get to 100 points is the Nut Master.
I don't know. I really like the Nut Lord.
Ooh.
Oh, the Nut Lord?
I don't even know if I knew about Nut Lord.
I don't know. It just
I think
popped
she
into
just
my
came
head.
up with it.
Well, maybe we can have like tiers. If you win one,
Yeah.
you could be like the Nut Master, but then we could play best out of 3 or best out of 5.
Here's the thing.
Or like if you've been a Nut Master, then you can be promoted to Nut Lord when you
Yeah,
win
like
the
if
next
you
one.
win a certain number.
It's not if you have been. It's if you currently are. So you have to fight for that twice in a row, and then you
that's
get
rough.
crowned the Nut Lord.
I don't know if I want to invest that much effort into
All you
anything.
have to do is keep doing exactly what you're doing.
I know, but I don't know. That's a lot of work, Devin.
Yeah.
That you don't become a Nut Lord by slacking off.
I don't know.
You
I feel like
like jerked off.
I feel like people. Okay.
Cut that.
Okay. It's not what we needed. There are tiny animals present. If you could not.
Yeah.
No, that's good cut for sure.
Sure. You say that every time. And it never is. It's always in there.
Well, I say that about you guys.
You're like,
every
I'm
time.
gonna cut that.
Yeah, can we talk
Yeah,
about how I've started saying cut that in my daily life and nobody gets it, but I think it's so funny. So I'll usually just be like, blah, 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 something really embarrassing. Ugh, cut that. That was so dumb. And then I'm like, and then I want to just like double cut that because now I just had like a double embarrassing moment.
You want to cut
Right.
that you said cut that?
It's like people who email a lot at work, like saying in real life to someone, "Oh, please just disregard that."
Yes.
You're like so formal.
Anyway, you don't become the nutlord by slacking off.
Excuse me. I do a lot by slacking off. I'm just saying. So,
Including winning. You are winning, right? Sarah.
So according to the scoreboard, Devin, you're at 43. Lily, you're at 50. And I'm at 41.
It's anyone's game.
woo! All right. So this first note is posted by a deleted user. You get the ability to travel back in time 1,000 years. You can take 2 things with you. What do you bring to blow people's minds?
So do you have to say 2 things?
I guess. Yeah. That's
Probably
really hard.
iPhone.
Yeah, I feel like that's the first one to go to in all cases. But you said it first. But since we're doing pairs of 2,
Yeah, this is hard because do you have to match?
here's what we'll do.
I don't know history well enough for this.
We'll say 2 things, and then if one of them is in there, you get the point.
Okay. I mean, what doesn't
So-
an iPhone have? Like, what doesn't an iPhone also do? Like, what would also blow their minds? Clothing, like modern
In the year
textiles.
1023, like
I
what was
would-
even happening then? Like I don't know. See, I'm not enough a history person to do well with this
It's okay, me either.
because I'm like, what the fuck was happening then? I don't know.
Yeah, big caveat that I'm really bad at history, but it feels like, Egypt was happening and all that stuff. I feel
Heavy machinery to build with which to build things,
you want to bring what are those called? A cat?
like a forklift or some
Yeah.
shit, or
I
a
would-
crane.
I mean, I would bring a
crane.
car. I would bring
I was gonna say,
a car.
yeah, just maybe a car or like some sort of vehicle.
I would bring us a modern car with a screen in it just to up the wow factor. But a car is the answer.
I feel like we're missing something obvious.
Like a lighter.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Like a what?
A lighter?
A Bic lighter or something that
Just make fire.
yeah.
Or even better, a flamethrower to
Yeah.
make big fire. Or the physician's handbook.
The
But for real
physician's
this time,
desk
not
reference.
hollowed out. Oh, okay. The
I mean,
physician's
a
desk
computer.
reference for real. Yeah. You'd have to your 2 things, if you bring a computer, one would have to be the computer, and then the second one would have to be like a super long lasting battery source or
Yeah.
something.
I feel like that's kind of how you would have to think of everything, because like anything I can think of that would like blow people's minds is probably something that's like electronic technology based stuff. And
Okay.
also, how are we
Yeah.
even doing points for this? Because do you get like
If we
half
have
credit?
one of them in any of these people's answers is going to give you the points.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, so my first thing would be the iPhone. My charger comes with it because that's part of it.
Yeah, but what are you going to plug it into?
Wait. Solar power charger
Ooh.
generator thing.
Oh, that's
So
good.
that
Solar
they could
power
use and
blows
try to
the gate
figure out.
open. I think a car is good, so I'm going to stick with car. But maybe if only there were solar powered cars, because I don't have a way around that. Either the first one would be like an electric car and the second one would be a solar powered charging station.
Yeah.
But what I really want to somehow squeeze in there is like a tablet and then just downloaded all of the movies from 1997 and on.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I know.
I'm gonna say a computer and an airplane.
And an airplane.
Yeah,
in my backpack.
That's great.
I almost said a hoverboard because I feel like people would think that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you have a fully gassed up airplane, you're just like,
Just fly around. Oh,
yeah, and your computer's just in there plugged into the airplane power.
right. Problem
You've
solved.
you've got however long airplanes last.
Yeah,
And then
not very
after you
long.
run out of gas, you have just like the airplane castle.
Listen, I don't think that they need like, you to have like things plugged into things. That's not part of this question. You just want to show them something cool. There's no time constraints here. Let's not make it more complicated than it already is.
You can take 2 things with you, and an airplane and a computer are fantastic.
All right. Wait, Devin, what are you two?
I'm doing a car, and
Oh, the movies?
it'll run out of batteries, but it'll be a tablet with a bunch of movies downloaded on it.
I'm surprised that you didn't say like a gaming console, like a
That's rough.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll lead up 2 things though, because I'll need the TV.
True.
You don't need, but you're making it too much. I don't think people online are going to be like, but you need a TV to show them that, you know?
Have you ever been
I mean,
online?
Lily, I know it's been a while since we recorded, but welcome
Have you
to the
seen
internet.
people on the internet?
You're not getting away with shit.
It's totally fair. I wasn't thinking about that. I've literally been reading every thread about the Last of Us episode 3 and just laughing at how stupid the internet is. So
Everyone's
I should have
obsessed
known before
with
I
it.
spoke. Because it's awesome.
It's very good.
I haven't watched it yet.
But there's also like the minority of people who are like pissed about it and like, this wasn't in the game. And the other people are like, but it was though.
The vocal majority of the internet is constant butthurt.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
It's true.
That-
if I
That's
say
fair.
a PlayStation, they'll be like, well, good luck playing it, you big dumb dummy.
Well, you could play it. You could bring your Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's real good.
True. That's actually a really good idea. Although,
I already went with movies though.
Yeah, I already said
I'll
computer
show
and
them
airplane, and I
games
feel
on
like
my
the odds
phone.
are. Yeah, I feel like odds are better of that. And PC games.
right?
So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's sort by top. Oh, I love that first comment, even though it's not really an answer.
Deleted said, nothing. I'm a woman, so they'd probably kill me for being a witch. Fuck.
And then the comment
Whoops.
underneath says, that's exactly what a witch would say.
Whoops.
That's perfect. Moody
Okay.
Hammer says chemistry textbook and anatomy textbook.
I knew we were missing something.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
said
we went the
physician's desk
wrong
reference.
way.
I feel like this is back when they were bloodletting. Actually, this is probably way before they were bloodletting. Bloodletting was in the plague.
Yeah, this is whenever they were just killing people. They were just like,
Yeah.
well, you're done.
And I think Devin had the right idea because it seems like people are doing it in pairs.
See, here
As
we
much
go.
as I chastised you for it at the time.
There's any sort of rule, the sticklers are gonna stick sticks up their butts about it.
It's true.
Is that where the word stickler came from?
I don't know.
Huh. Guys, do we mind if I take a quick detour and go define
Stickler.
And
or
what's your
origins
theory?
of the word stickler? That it was
Yeah,
stick
yeah,
up
yeah.
your butt.
I would
Okay.
be so surprised
Stickler.
because it's so like, stickler seems so tame. Sorry, go ahead, Devin.
Person who insists on a certain quality or type of behavior, he's a stickler.
The earliest
For
sticklers
accuracy.
were umpires or referees at wrestling or fencing matches. The word comes from the Anglo-Saxon stiton, to arrange or regulate. So no, it did not come from
Okay,
people
well, I'm
putting
gonna
sticks up their butts.
ruin my Google search history and search stickler have to do with stick up your butt.
Oh my god.
No, it's actually, oh man, it goes deep, but it has to do with the word deriving eventually from anally retentive.
Oh, yeah. Well, it still has to do with
Different
your
path.
butt. Not
Yeah, different
kind
paths,
of.
same destination.
Same hole.
Different routes.
Sarah, are you
same-
talking about anal right now?
Yeah. Cthulhu girl. Wow, way to get that username with like no numbers or
Yeah,
anything.
that's pretty cool.
Says a portable projector with its own power source and the Lord of the Rings extended edition trilogy.
It's pretty smart.
And then the
That's
person
really close.
person commented and said, then say, this is what happens in the future.
Oh shit.
That's really good. I feel like that's different enough than what I said because I said a tablet with movies on it.
I
and
mean,
this
I think
person's
you get
bringing a
movies,
projector.
but I also felt like movies was a really vague one.
No, but here's the thing.
But that was a projector.
I gave 2 answers, and those 2 answers were car and tablet, and the tablet was to have movies.
Yeah,
This
I think
person's
it
2
needs to
answers are
be-
projector and the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So I don't think I get this.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna get any of these. But
All right, well, what's next?
Wrong. Cope Aesthetic said,
Ooh.
a Kindle with the entire contents of Wikipedia downloaded and a solar panel.
Ah, that's so close.
dang. She did
But-
say
Yeah,
solar
it doesn't.
panels.
It
She
doesn't
said
say
solar
a
panel.
solar panel generator. It just says a solar panel. But
Well,
what are?
I
I mean,
what
I
is
feel
she
like that's
doing?
fine.
It's a
She's
solar
charging it,
panel
right?
with which to charge her
Yeah.
Kindle, which is so close to your phone. So it's got to be like the same kind of solar panel thing.
Yeah.
So that's points for Sarah. That is 8 points.
Sweet. I'm at 49.
Nice. The entire contents of Wikipedia downloaded is very, very good. Because then you can just search
Anything.
1023.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
happens? You can be a wizard.
Oh,
And I want to die.
that's really cool.
Potential Pizza 3157 says 2 boxes of condoms so I don't fuck the future up. not even 1 box
smart.
of condom, 2 boxes of condoms.
I feel like you should just like bring vaccines and medication so you don't die in like 4 days when you get there.
I thought about like that, like some kind of medicine or like medical something,
Yeah, can you
But-
like bring a doctor?
right? Then I decided that was boring. So
It is.
Or bring like a Snickers, like a Halloween bag of Snickers. Just be a really, really cool guy for a week.
And then you die.
Yeah, and then you die either from disease or they kill you because you ran out of Snickers.
Yeah. I'm really having a hard time wrapping my head around like what the year 1023 looked like. Was this like, when was the Oregon Trail?
No. The Oregon Trail was like
1800.
1807.
Cut
I think
that!
I think the Louisiana Purchase was like around 1800.
Okay,
or
I knew
something.
this. Literally, the Puritans were, it had happened.
Yeah. I think this is like they're building pyramids, maybe.
What was happening? I'm sorry, I have to see. What was happening?
no, I'm looking
in-
it up as well. Nothing happened 1,000 years
Nothing?
ago. I mean, a lot of stuff, but
happened?
nothing that I care about.
Poland existed. England existed. Bulgaria existed. Okay, so we were like a civilization. I have no concept of time.
I mean, I don't either. I was like, what?
Oh, the
1,000
first
years ago?
Crusades were in the late 1000s. It was like 1096 to
Oh, okay.
1099. Okay, that helps.
All I know is that my guy or gal, Jesus Christ, was dead for 1,023 years.
Yes, this is AB after Beezus.
Well, it would still just be AD after death.
I knew
But if we
that.
do it your way, we could be living in the ABCs, the after Jesus Christs.
Whoops. Oh man.
The Draco 4011 says, bringing a fat man and little boy would really blow their minds. That guy's just talking about nuking the medieval era.
Rude.
No.
That makes
thank
more
you.
sense now because I read that and I was like, the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
You were like bringing
I was
a large
imagining an
man
actual
and a
large
small
man. And I was like,
child.
first of all, that seems like fat shaming and kind of rude. But also, why?
Yeah, I didn't get
We've
it.
But
never
yeah.
seen somebody so corpulent, and also, what are children?
Dark Wolf 04 said a very similar thing to the first answer. I'd rather not bring anything because they'll believe it's a work of Satan and burn me at the stake in 2 seconds.
Was this when the witch hunts were happening?
I thought that was the 1600s.
So did I.
No.
Why is everybody acting like it was then?
Yeah, I feel like before the Puritans, like witchcraft and sorcery was like, yeah, cool, let's use this.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yes, that's in the 1600s. So
Yeah, the 1600s. So maybe it's just that the internet is full of stupid people.
I was
is
about to
the
say
problem
these
here.
top answers
Yes.
are people that are as dumb as I am. So I feel better.
I mean, I feel better about myself now.
Yeah.
So,
And bad about the state of people in general.
so this next one will be number 6. Hikaru-chan 69 says, a book picturing all of humanity's technological breakthroughs since that time, and a phone which has some TikToks with some cringe shit saved so they know what not to repeat.
Okay, so you can make things up.
Oh, I mean, there has to be a book picturing technological breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Like a history of engineering or something.
Right?
Okay, fair. Yeah, fair.
But a phone which has some TikToks. More like so they can learn cool dances.
Oh, good.
Old Mork says Fleshlight and all 1976 issues of Playboy.
I would like to
Do
at
you
this
think-
juncture state that I didn't know what a fat boy is, but I do know what a fleshlight is.
Well, that's good.
What does that say about me?
I have a question about this. Do you think there are 1,976 issues of Playboy and Old Mork knows that? Or do you think he really honed in on the year 1976 and those are
It was probably like
he's
the
bringing all
golden,
the issues from that year
the golden year of Playboy.
when everyone had afros?
I don't know. I feel like he knows that there are 1,976 issues of Playboy.
All right. Well, the world will never know.
I mean, I will
Old
in a
Mork.
minute.
This episode's just the Google episode where the audience tunes in for 3 creative professionals to realize that being creative professionals does not lend itself towards a lot of trivium.
Nope.
All right. I think that it does mean something else because between 1953 and 2020, there were only 806 issues.
Well, there you go.
So in 3 years, I don't think they would have had that many, but I don't know,
It must be that 1976 was his favorite
Yeah.
year for the articles.
which is interesting. Old
Yeah.
Mork getting it on.
Yeah. He is Old
Oh,
Mork.
I got my whole answer.
Oh, come on.
All right, you can't be
Telephone-
on it twice.
Damn
No,
it.
no.
Telephone resident 246 said a cell phone and a solar panel to charge it. It takes pictures. It translates other languages. It plays music and video. Flashlight. Take note. It doesn't, it's not a flashlight though. It calculates. It tells time. Properly used, it's better than a gun and gold.
And you can download an entire language of Google Translate. You can probably download many of them. I don't know, until your phone gets full.
Yeah.
Well, you get the points you previously got.
Yep.
And look at people, no signal, no internet. Most people there would be no use of a translator.
Yeah,
And there's the people.
that's the internet.
Yep.
Welcome to the internet. Cautious lawyer says a cattle prod with a 9mm with tracer rounds. I am now God. Watch me throw lightning and control it. Why are people so weird?
They're just like, I'm gonna go. It's a
Like I
violent
want to,
time back
yeah. I mean, I guess, but like, why bring more violence back to it then?
then. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't particularly care for nuking it. I do think that if you have a cattle prod and a 9mm, you can avoid being slain.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What?
What are they trying to do?
Oh, they'll have a cattle prod to zap people with.
Oh, does that
and,
people with?
Yeah, or to frighten people with. But since it's the internet, I'll
Oh,
assume zap
because it's
them.
like electricity that shoots out of it.
Yeah,
to burn.
electricity on the end of it. And then
Oh,
tracer
okay.
rounds glow whenever you shoot them.
Oh,
So,
okay. We have different dreams. Me and cautious lawyer.
yeah, yes, yes, we do.
Very different dreams. That's a
My
nice way of
dream
putting
is-
it.
Yeah, my dream is to show the Middle Ages the 1998-99 cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz.
I mean,
But
as you should.
his dream is to poke and shoot them. Sued Kiwi 1 says penicillin and a picture scroll of how to make it. Let's be fair, most people I would have met are going to be illiterate.
I
This
didn't even
guy's
think
thought
about that.
it. I think that's 10.
Yep.
Sarah scoops all the points,
Yeah.
Boom.
which is a nice little news header.
Sarah scoops all the points.
Sarah scoops all the points.
Why did you pause there?
I don't know what the subheader is.
Yeah, I was giving space for it and there wasn't one. It's fine.
Yeah, I saw, and then it made me panic.
It was
so
just-
the subheader.
Lorepsum Epsum.
No, the subheader is just test print. Dude, please ignore. Okay, here's one that now I regret, but we're doing it anyway. I don't think any of
Uh-oh.
us are going to get points on this one, but it'll be fun.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Posted by user, I like coding, lol. Water is now illegal. What is its street name?
I really want to say H2Flow.
I want to say something like
Blue slurp.
like the blue slurp. I was going to say like the clear wet.
All I could think of was the wet, and then I got upset. So that's equally bad.
Yeah, but think about like the next YA dystopia trilogy of books that gets adapted into 4 movies, and part of it is that water's illegal, and they're like, wait, what? This person has access to the wet.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
sounds
That's
right.
true.
What if it's called James Cameron's Secret Sauce?
James Cameron's 15-year project. It's just water.
Yeah. I don't know. Now I like the wet, but I feel like blue slurp is more fun.
Blue slurp, clear. What about like dew juice?
Thirst.
Like DEW.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it out loud and I was like, can I fix it?
No.
While I'm saying it.
Okay.
Big Blue.
Uh,
Is that already a thing?
Sinky drinky.
That's what I
Like
used
you're on
to
a
say
boat.
when Moxie drinks out of the sink.
What?
Yeah.
No.
It's so cute. And he makes the stupidest face. I'll have to post it.
I was not thinking like kitchen sink. I was thinking like it's a thing that boats can sink in, but it's also nice because you can drink it. But I'm not going with
I
it
just
now.
picture Moxie drinking out of the sink, getting a little sink drink.
I don't know. That's really hard.
Yeah, it could go in so many directions.
70%.
That's fun.
Because isn't that the amount of the planet Earth?
I think that's 80%, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Maybe we're 70%
80%.
water.
Oh, yeah, humans.
Humans.
Humans?
Human is
Did you
so-
say? Did you
Are-
say? Did you say
No,
cumin?
not as a.
Ah,
Like the-
yes.
like the spice?
Cumin.
Everyone knows that cumin is 70% water.
Nope.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I think you're
Yeah.
right. It does say about 71% of the Earth is
Oh, okay.
water. So maybe humans
What
are
about-
80%. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe 90. Who knows?
100.
Or maybe humans are also
Made of cumin.
70%. Humans, the human cumin, or the cumin human.
That's Devin's street name for water.
Sparkle juice.
Did you get some of that sweet, sweet cumin? That could get really confusing.
Ooh,
so.
you could call it sand because then no one will want it.
Oh, obfuscation.
The dry.
The
The dry. It sounds
Yeah,
like
I-
an episode of Dune on the Sci-Fi Channel. Would you like some of the dry?
yeah, I would call it clear blood
Creepy.
That is
I don't
creepy.
think I'd drink that.
because it belongs in your body, but it's clear.
Hmm.
It gives you life.
Life juice.
I feel like.
Life juice.
Also-
What
sounds
about
gross.
like quench or the quench?
The
Ooh,
quenchiest.
Yeah, that's a cactus juice.
Cactus juice. Oh my god. I want to call it cactus juice now.
Yeah, you can take that because I'm sticking with clear blood. I think that's good.
Okay, I like
And
the
I think
quench.
Sarah's on a good young adult track.
That's good. It's because I started writing again.
Oh, there we go.
Finished our
And
horrible
your
soul-sucking
target
job, and now I'm
audience
writing.
is exclusively the Hunger Games.
Always, every time. And I'm prepared for the Hunger Games. I have my vest. I have my shirt.
That's all it takes. The top half of clothing.
I am
Oh,
wearing
she's ready.
orthopedic slides on my feet. I'm ready to run and climb trees.
Wow. Pete, what's his name? Peter?
PETA.
PETA? That's a stupid name. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
even
know.
going to finish my joke that I was thinking
It's
of because his name's so
PETA,
dumb.
like not like pita bread,
Yeah,
but yeah.
not like a.
Yeah, well, instead of being like the bread, it's just like the animal activists. So
That's right.
it's still bad.
It is
Might be
bad.
intentional.
It's hard to get over when you're reading it and watching it.
It's a weird thing if it is intentional because you're like, yeah, here's a guy, he's really good. He can bake things and also he can smear icing on his face real good and sometimes look like a tree.
Yeah.
Honestly, if that's the weirdest thing that you took from that series, you were not paying attention.
The first movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that part always really bothers me.
And he's not even like a dessert baker. He's
no,
like
that's such advanced skill that he would not have had. And also he was in
He's-
water.
Yeah.
It's sugar.
No. He was in cactus juice.
You're right. Yep. He was in Clear Blood.
But wouldn't that have washed the sugar away or like done something?
Yeah, exactly. On top of the fact that he wasn't watching what's that show, Cake Mistake or whatever,
Cake
like
Boss.
the Great British, yeah, whatever, where they like make
Great British Bake Off.
fancy.
Yeah.
They make gilded unicorns out of cake.
Yeah.
He's just like, I can make rolls and stuff. And then he's like, but that translates into perfect lichen covered rocks on my body.
Yeah, that was
He
a
should have got shot
dumb
right away.
moment. They don't have guns.
Well, they should have.
Just stepped on his
Someone-
head because he was laying on his back face up, just like in the dirt.
Also a dumb tactic.
Like,
Paint yourself like protecting your head
Yeah.
at least.
so stupid.
Hearing an awful lot of criticism from someone who's never been in a life or death situation where they had to volunteer themselves as tribute to save
And-
their siblings.
And all they
And
had were
pulled
their
upon-
baking skills.
All they had were their baking skills.
I feel like I'm gonna win this year's Hunger Game. I got myself a vest, a shirt, and a pipette full of icing. I'm ready to go.
He's gonna ice that motherfucker. Oh
Hey.
no. And that was still
Except it's
10
himself.
times better than the first joke that you said today.
Lily, we need to start preparing jokes.
You do have to start preparing jokes. That's the only way to stop it.
Yeah, we should, because they would be better than whatever that was today. But I think I have my answer. I think I'm gonna go with cactus juice.
Yeah, I'm going with
quench.
clear blood. I think the odds are low on mine because it's like two very specific words.
Well, you never
But
know.
I feel good about it. Maybe we can have a little bit of wiggle room.
Like if you get like one word or something.
The first answer is by Dat Drop, and he says splash. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's great.
Give me some of that splash.
Danny Joe 278 says H20. Which I
Lily,
feel like
didn't
is-
you say H2O
I said
something?
I said H2 Flow, which is from Parks and
Oh.
Rec. Whenever Tom Haverford is trying to make
That's right.
like fluoride water sound better or something.
Since we started
Yeah.
watching, since we stopped recording, I started watching Parks and Rec again.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
You'll make it the whole way through this time.
We're going to make it the whole way through because Hunter and I are watching it together. Before we were trying to watch it together, but we didn't live together yet. So it was really hard because we were like
Ah.
Yeah,
long
that's rough.
distance. It's just everything
Yeah.
falls off, you know?
I love H20. That's a really
Yeah, that's a great name.
good one.
Oh, I should have
And-
known this one. I'm sorry. I
Well,
got
someone
distracted.
commented under him, so this isn't an answer that counts, but liquid ice.
Yeah,
that's, really
that's a
good too.
great name.
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually an answer.
Yeah.
Renegade of Bonk. They said hydro. That's really good.
Which,
That's
like,
good.
I can't believe I didn't think of it because I've seen Waterworld and I just completely forgot about it.
Oh.
Like, that's what they called it in Waterworld. Whoops.
Damn.
And this is a universe in which Waterworld, the movie, exists.
Uh-huh.
So, like, people would go for it.
We should have just picked words that had to do with water but weren't
I know.
water.
What are we
Because
doing?
these people
Yeah,
are like
well-
splash and drip and hydro
Well,
and
Clearly, I'm not an
we
illicit
went in a much
substance
weirder
trader.
place.
I know.
Yeah, because Fatty McFatpants says drip,
Yeah.
Yep.
which is
Yep.
also good. Meanwhile, I'm over here, clear blood. Like, no.
I
That's
forget
too
what my
much.
first one was. It might have been more of a water.
Yeah, your first one was like the blue squirt or something.
No, it wasn't. Yours was like the clear. What was it? The clear something. The
Clear blood.
No,
No, clear
before
blood's what I
that.
landed
The
on.
wet.
The clear
the
wet.
Okay,
Yeah.
worse. It's the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he would have gotten on the board because all of these words are so dumb.
Okay.
They're good. They're
I
good.
mean, I suppose. This person, second prize, says, wow, people really put thought into this. Since drug names don't always make sense, I'm going with Jonah.
Oh, that one does kind of make sense though,
Yeah, like
because he
Jonah
got
the
eaten
whale.
by a whale.
Yeah.
Slog meat said
That's a good one.
clear.
Should have cut myself off.
Yeah, exactly. We went too
Both of-
far.
Both of my examples, the clear wet and clear blood, clearly had
Clearly.
the word right in front of me.
Oh,
Yeah.
just wait till you read the next one.
Oh, come on.
Just gonna make
Oh,
you
that was by
sad.
Slog Meat. Unicorn 2077
I
says
should have
wet.
stuck with it.
Right?
Oh, but there's actually already a street drug called wet. Apparently,
Oh.
it
I didn't know
causes
that.
the user to have the urge to murder children. I think.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Is it a joke? Maybe.
That's
Huh.
awful.
Who knows?
Luthez says liquid ice, which was up there earlier as a comment, but I guess then they decided to also make it a real thing.
Johnny
This next one is number 9.
Johnny K88888 said rain. I like that. That's like
Mm-hmm.
That one's really good.
really good.
That was one of the best. And then Chukachinchina says DHM for dihydrogen monoxide.
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, that's really good. That's like the one that people would get you with like 15 years ago, being like, oh, aren't you afraid of dihydrogen monoxide? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, that sounds dangerous. And you're like, that's H2O, you dumb idiot.
I would
Yeah.
just like to let you all know that if you scroll down, H2 Flow is on this list. So
It is?
somewhere Tom
Hey.
Haverford is smiling.
Fish air.
And
that
then
one's good.
the comment underneath
Yeah,
says,
wait.
will it have T-Dazzle in it?
Okay, I want there's an answer by somebody named Bloop Bloop 69, and he says, "Hey yo, you want some of that gushy wushy?"
That's gross. That's
Gush-
so good.
Gushy wushy.
Either way, it's not good either
No,
way.
it's gushy washy, and it's really, really good. I would get hooked on drugs just to say gushy washy.
That's all they needed to do to turn Sarah into a drug addict is just make the terms a little bit cuter.
That's right. I'm in it strictly for the name.
You want a little bit of this loopy sloopy?
Yes,
It's LSD.
Absolutely, I do.
as long as you call it the cute thing, I'm gonna be fine.
That's all the nutting we have to do. What are we at now, points wise?
Good nut.
You're the only one who changed.
That's right. I'm at 49. Lily's at 50. Devin, you're at 43.
Yeah. Well, it's time to stop thinking about nuts and put on our assholes.
Engage.
So let's do that.
Assholes.
Oh,
I don't
my.
like the way those sounds, gauge and asshole, are so close to each other when you say engage assholes.
Like gauge assholes or like
Uh-huh.
I
Mhm.
see.
Yes.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
I don't like it.
Wedding Centerpiece posted this. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she was undermining my work by having extravagant centerpieces for the bridal table at her wedding compared to the guest table, which I made centerpieces for? I, female, 26, can make really nice floral arrangements. It's not really a business, but I have made centerpieces and arrangements for my family and friends and their events. Last year, let's call her Sadie, female, 23, contacted me saying she likes my work and if I could make some centerpieces for her guest tables at her wedding. Sadie is my close friend's cousin, and while I've seen her around occasionally talk to her, we're not close friends or anything. I said sure, and we worked out what she wanted. I also asked if she wanted something for the bridal table, but she said that was already covered. She invited me to the wedding as well. So the wedding was last week. I was really happy with how all the centerpieces turned out and thought they looked great. The bridal table, however, had...
Seems like a good story so far.
Yeah. The bridal table, however, had these really extravagant centerpieces that were stunning, and I obviously didn't make them, so I asked Sadie who did. She said she made those herself, but she wouldn't have time to make all the centerpieces for the table, so she asked me. I'll be honest, I felt kind of betrayed because her centerpieces were much nicer than mine, and people would ask about those, but not the ones on the guest tables. I didn't say anything, but later messaged her politely, I didn't go off, that I felt she was undermining my effort by having such showy centerpieces. Sadie said she wasn't trying to undermine anything, and this is what they thought went with the decor. I said she should have been upfront about the bridal table or had the same centerpieces as the guest tables. She started getting pissed and said there's nothing to be upfront about, and I'm overstepping. So am I the asshole? I'm just kind of pissed that she was trying to overshadow my work, but she was annoyed at me for texting that. Sadie's wedding. Do what she wants. In my opinion,
Yeah.
Like, who the hell is this girl? Like, she said that it's not a business.
right,
It's not her wedding.
right. She just
Like,
got her
I-
feelings hurt, and
Drama queen. Also, who texts the bride then and is like, I felt like your centerpieces on your bridal party table were too nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the bridal
Like, go
party
fuck
centerpieces
yourself,
are
lady.
usually extravagant compared to the guest centerpieces
Yeah,
anyway.
100%.
Yeah, I
Wow.
just think
So-
she has every right to do whatever she wants at her wedding.
Right. I just don't care
Yeah.
about this girl at all. Because I feel like she's just like I thought of at least 20 different things while I was reading this that were more important than any of the words that she said. Like I was
Kim,
like,
there are people that are dying.
I could be washing dishes downstairs right now. Like I don't care about this at all. That's how I feel about it. Like she's an
Yeah.
asshole and she needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I wonder how confident she is about herself, and I suspect
Oh, not
that
at
it is
all.
very, very low in her centerpieces. If whenever she sees other centerpieces on the bridal table, she's like, wow, no, those make mine look bad.
Right.
Like productions of things that look nice go in the same physical spaces as other things that look nice, and
Right.
they're never going to be the same level of nice exactly.
Yeah. And to think
And what
that
kind of
somebody would even like think about that. Like, doesn't she realize she's upstaging me? Why didn't she tell me, oh,
Ooh.
by the way,
Yeah.
the centerpieces that I make are going to be way better than the ones I'm asking you to make? You're asking for some mental gymnastics here.
And what kind of a shithead is like, I'm so upset that your stuff was better than the stuff that I brought. Like, why did you why did you make something that was so much better than mine? Why would you do that to me? Like, who the fuck are you?
And the bride
Like,
probably
how are you
really
going to be in the
liked
real
it.
world when you're like, when you have a real job? Like, people are going to do better work than you sometimes, and you're just going to have to fucking deal with it. You can't just go up to everybody and be like, your work was better than mine. Why didn't you tell me it was going to be better than mine? Like, nobody does that. Except
No,
children.
I'll tell you, they
She's
definitely
literally a
don't do
child.
that.
She's a fucking child.
I'll tell you, there are people in the creative fields who are like that. They just suck real bad.
Okay, well, I restate my statement. Nobody but like a child person does that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Right.
but a
Adult
child
children.
person.
Right. No good people that you want to work with do that.
Correct.
Yeah,
I'd
no
like to
people
amend
who
my
should
statement. Yeah.
No people who should remain creatives.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind the most. Like, I feel like she would be annoying and a drama queen if she hadn't, like, texted the bride. The fact that she texted her, bugging her about this bullshit, like, girl,
And
you've got
the
to get your life
bride-
together.
I'm trying to put this into my own perspective of like the things that I do to try and get into the headspace to empathize. But that situation would be like somebody's doing an event and they're like, hey, can you make all of the content, all the video content for this event, except for the big opening video? I'd be like, yeah, that sounds wonderful. And I'll make all this content. It's good. And then the big opening video is like killer. And it like makes everybody stand up and cheer and stuff. And then I know that my videos are coming and they'll just be like, yeah, these are good videos. It'll be fine. I'm not like, oh, what a super jerk setting me up to look like a bad video editor after such a good video. That's just like, oh, wow, the first video is really good. I'm glad my stuff gets to be next to it.
Right. Like that kind of
Like,
thing
don't be
is going to
such a
happen
baby.
all the time, depending on the kind of field you are in. I mean, I know this girl said she's not doing it as a business, but like, get used to it. You're not the best anything in the world, most likely, especially if it's not something you take super seriously and you're trying to make a business. So I also just think it's odd because like the bride likes her work. So she probably was perfectly happy with what she got. They were probably working together while she was making them and she was saying, yeah, these are great. So yeah, she's overstepping. Absolutely.
I love these comments that are just coming for this girl. Like,
Oh boy.
This
Oh
one
boy.
I
person's
knew
like,
they
you're
were
the-
going to be harsh.
they're like, you're the asshole, because the more I think about it, I can't believe the audacity for you to consider the bride's wanting to make herself an ornate decoration for her own table to
Right.
somehow be about upstaging you.
Right. Like not everything is a personal attack on you, Sadie. Wait, is
Right?
Sadie the bride? Okay,
Sadie
think
is
not
Sadie's-
Sadie.
yeah.
Sadie is the bride.
Whoever this person
Deleted.
is. Yeah, deleted. Come on,
No,
deleted.
wait.
Everybody
She
is
was
like
wedding
floored by
centerpiece.
the fact that she's like picking a fight with the bride about her own wedding and the things that, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking stupid.
Listen, user wedding centerpiece. When I'm at a wedding and the bridal centerpiece is great, I kind of notice it. And whenever the guest table centerpieces are great, I notice that for sure because I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
If the guest centerpieces are fine, I don't even notice. It doesn't matter. But if yours are good, like those are the ones that are in front of almost everybody at the wedding.
Right.
So like those are the cool ones that they get to look at the most.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would say that she's an asshole. I think she's just an idiot.
She's just really insecure.
Well, here's the thing. She's an idiot, but do you think that her, like, I don't remember exactly what she did.
Yeah, like I think her texting repeatedly, like the fact that the bride started to get irritated with her means that she wouldn't let it go. And I think that
Yeah.
makes her an asshole. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I think she's just a fucking moron.
Yeah, none of the rest of it makes her an asshole. She's just a big, dumb idiot.
Yeah.
But the part where she tells the bride that the bride should have been upfront about the bridal table.
at her
like-
own event.
Right.
Yeah, wait a minute. At the very beginning of this
ay.
whole story, Wedding Centerpiece says she asked me to do the guest tables. So,
Right.
like, what I
Right.
interpret when I read that is somebody else must be doing the bridal table.
And she said
Right.
that. The bride actually said the centerpieces for the bride and groom table was covered. They're getting something special for that, as everyone today does at their
Right.
wedding.
What a brat.
So stupid.
Yeah.
That's my ruling is brat.
Yeah.
And in the specific instance of her confronting the bride, that's an asshole move coming from dumb.
Yeah. Maybe she's just really immature and hasn't done too much on her own yet and is used to people telling her everything, her thing is the best, always the best, or feeling,
Oh man, I didn't even think about it, but somebody was like, and she contacted the new bride who was presumably on her honeymoon to complain. I didn't even think about that. Oh my God, I would have lit her ass up.
So bratty, self-absorbed, and a bit of an asshole.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Did she come back and comment ever?
Oh, I didn't see anything. No updates either. So she probably went to her hole to
click
hide.
on her username, go to comments. Okay, so I can't see what she's replying to, but all of her comments have negative 4,600 and some
Nice
votes. But she says stuff like, I thought already covered meant she got another vendor. Making them herself felt a bit like she was trying to show, oh, look how great I make these kind of thing. She could have made them all herself instead of asking me, or if it was a time issue, she could have asked me to make the bridal table ones and made the guest ones herself. I get it's her wedding, though, so I can see I might have overreacted.
She definitely did. She's crazy.
She's delusional a little bit.
Yeah,
right? Because the bride
now.
already said that. Yeah, with her commentaries, definitely asshole.
Yeah, the comment made it way worse.
She only has one other comment, so I might as well read them both. She says, I'm not surprised the bridal table centerpieces are more extravagant. I'm surprised she made them. Even if it was another vendor, I think it would have been fine. But making them herself seems kind of like a kick to me. Like, oh, I'm so much better than you, but I'll get you to make the guest table.
Okay.
But it is her wedding and she can do whatever she wants.
She has
which is why I might be overreacting. But I just think it's kind of like if someone asks you to make a wedding cake and they have another bigger, better wedding cake there, No, I don't.
Does anyone know what the signs of narcissistic personality disorder are?
Or she has some other type of beef with the bride.
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe
she has offline
she wanted to marry
issues.
That guy who the bride married, or lady.
Yeah, there's something else going on here, or she's that self-absorbed. But I don't know. She's mad that the bride looked good on her wedding day, basically.
Yeah. Well, because it's somebody
dumb.
that she knows and can be compared to.
Yeah, it's her best friend's cousin.
Yeah, as opposed to some stranger who she can't be directly compared to.
Right.
But I think I'm landing in asshole land.
Oh, asshole
here now.
I'll join you.
Well, that seems like we're all on the same general side of the fence.
Yeah.
But we have one more thing to do in this podcast, and that's continue to save the world one life pro tip at a time. So this one.
This is weird. I've never had this happen before.
Yeah, it's by user Smailmail. And it is a life pro tip request. How to stop neighbors from putting their junk mail in our mailbox.
I have an answer.
Sarah, you just threw your hands up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I love stuff like this, and I've always wanted to do something like to maybe one of Duda's exes, but we'll get to that.
Wait, are you talking about putting stuff in his mailbox or?
Well, it's kind of along the same line. So like I would definitely sign them up for like every junk mail thing that they're getting. So if it's like a mailer for some kind of like newsletter, or if they could potentially get on a newsletter, just like throw them in there, like return these things and sign them up for this shit, get them, all these new plans or whatever. I don't know how legal this is, but like I always wanted to put certain people's like names on mailing lists and like put their emails on like embarrassing mailing lists or like, so yeah, I feel like that's like a fun, malicious thing to do that's like not super harmful, but is so annoying. Yeah, I think that's what I would do.
But the neighbor is putting their junk mail in your mailbox. So all the junk mail is junk mail they're already getting. They're already subscribed to these lists.
Nah, no, they could be like credit cards, that doesn't really work, but like things that you're not signed up for.
Oh, okay. Like the kind of junk mail that's like, oh, if we just shotgun these out, we'll get 20% of people to actually sign up for this newsletter or whatever.
Yeah, and like vote for this person for city council or whatever, and you're just like, yep, sign me up for all your mailing lists. Like all those things have potential mailing lists. And I mean like email lists, and like put your cell phone number in it and that kind of thing.
All right, and then they'll put more junk mail in your mailbox. But they'll be annoyed about it.
Okay, this needs a part 2. I might have to come up with I need to make this twofold. I'll think about it. What would you guys do?
It's a good start. In the meantime, user snail mail, start signing your neighbors up for all the junk mail you can think of. First, you need to invite them to a dinner party, but tell them that like the RSVP will be over email. No, I guess this is physical mail. So you already have their address, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, just start signing them up for all the junk mail while we go over the other plans.
I would take some scotch tape and I would tape all of their letters to the front of their door in the shape of a smiley face.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
I like that.
And I'd keep doing that until they stop putting their shit in my box.
Or you could order them. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Or
No, go ahead.
A glitter bomb or something.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. These are the things I just imagine happening to people that piss me off, but I never actually gets followed through.
I've seriously considered sending people a glitter bomb before, but I never actually followed through. One day.
So where I'm at is I'm thinking about this mailbox situation, and like managing their mail is a felony. Dealing with their mailbox is a felony. So all I've got is my mailbox. So since I don't want to break any laws or commit any crimes, what I would do is I would hunt down and scrounge up as many rodents as I could. And then I would put a bunch of pellets and rodent food in my mailbox. And then I would make it just like a little rodent habitat. And then next time they go to put junk mail in there, they get swarmed by rats and raccoons and all sorts of plague-bearing animals. And then they get eaten.
But
and
Devin,
no more junk mail.
What about your mailman? Fuck
Oh,
that guy.
Clearly he's not thinking about that.
I forgot about the mailman.
He has a lot to put up with already. And you're just gonna
I've got to make a deal with my mailman first, and I tell him, "Hey, listen, I've built a new mailbox, and it is over here in a secret spot.
That's good.
This is no longer a mailbox. This is now the rodent habitat."
That's good.
Yeah, super, incredibly easy, non-expensive, peaceful solution.
If I had the money to add on to that, and I could piggyback onto your idea, I would electric charge my mailbox just to the point of those, like, you know, those like trick pens that like
fake sticks of gum.
Yes, to that level, just so that they can't like open it long enough, you know. And then also, that's a psychological strategy to teach someone to stop doing a negative.
So you're saying that your solution not only makes birthday clowns laugh, it also psychologically induces a Pavlovian response in your neighbors to not open your mailbox.
That's exactly right. Is it still Pavlov with the negative one? I thought Pavlov was just the one where they get the treats.
No, probably not.
But still,
You're
it's the same.
right.
It's the same idea.
It's a reverse Pavlov.
That's right.
He gets credit for this other guy's thing too.
I like it.
Well, sounds like we solved the problem. So you're welcome, Spam Mail. Go ahead and start signing your neighbors up for extra junk mail. Take their junk mail and tape it to their door in a big smiley face and gather up as many critters as you can. And also put a bunch of joy buzzers in your mailbox.
And you can do all these things. Like, these can all be one answer.
Yeah, I want to be very clear
true.
going forward that whenever we're answering these life bro tip requests, one, they're very serious, true answers. And two, they're not to be taken piecemeal. They do not work on their own. This is a team effort. And you must do all 3 or 4 of these things in order to stop your neighbors from putting junk mail in your mailbox.
And we really nailed it today.
I think
And
so.
We did.
When I first read it, I thought it was going to be about putting their junk somewhere. So then my first answer was going to be like, put your junk on their mail. But they never know.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't
Only
know if
you
I like
would
that.
know. It's like
'Cause
in New
mail's
Girl
a-
when Winston like dips his nuts in the smoothies that he gives his
Oh,
boss
yeah.
every day.
And then his boss becomes like weirdly obsessed with it. That was a very strange
He's like,
episode.
it's really
Oh,
good.
man.
It's fucking weird.
Speaking of really nailing it this episode, you know who else nailed it? You, listener, because you're, and thank you. Because this is...
What was that?
You really nailed it for listening to only Mostly Threads. So thanks for doing that. And also, we're on all the socials and stuff. And you should consider sharing our show with people that you like, if you like it, and people that you hate, if you hate it. Because we're willing to do the bad stuff.
Listen.
We'll hurt your enemies with our words.
Or send them glitter bombs.
We're desperate.
No, legally, we will not send anyone glitter bombs.
What?
Wink.
I don't think there's anything illegal about sending people glitter bombs. It's just
It's
irritation.
intense. Well, glitter can get in your eyes and cut them up and stuff.
Only if they're staring directly into it.
Yeah, there are legitimate
well,
businesses that will send this, so I wonder if that's like an issue.
I don't know. We should look that up for next time.
When we don't send wink any of these glitter bombs to your enemies, we will include a card on the inside that says "Do not put glitter in eyes," and that'll cover us completely.
I like that. That's nice.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty darn close.
Yeah, film seems close.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of movies about the courtroom, okay?
Okay, but that's not the same thing. As a person who's been in a courtroom, that's not the same thing.
As the person with the most courtroom experience.
I have the most courtroom experience of all three of us. So
yeah, talking to the person with the most courtroom experience. Devin. I feel like I'm qualified to answer that. I'm still Devin.
I'm still Lily.
Still anxious. And still Sarah. Still.
And thanks for listening. Remember, just don't forget things.
Remember something. Hopefully.
Just don't forget things.
Unlike
it's
him,
really
who just
important.
forgot whatever he was gonna say.
That's a free second tip for you. You're welcome.
Oh no.
Wow.
That's it.
Cut this.